Agile development is a new methodology becoming a crucial part of how organizations achieve their goals. But what is Agile development? To have Agile development, you must have Agile teams. Agile teams are self-organizing and do not need a supervisor. Anyone can step up, even you. Agile development is iterative and is performed through sprints. Don't worry, you can leave your running shoes at home. In this case, sprints just means tight cycles where teams work for a short period of time, then stop, evaluate, and make changes. Constantly revisiting plans allows them to be continuously failing forward and learning how to best reach their goals. The process is very streamlined as everything is done quick. Changes are made quickly, meetings are kept short, and documents are minimal. There are very few overhead goals and milestones compared to the current waterfall approach, where companies spend months developing and perfecting plans, making long documents full of goals before going forward and spending a long period of time trying to reach these goals. Agile development is also time-boxed. This means you plan by time instead of features. So instead of planning, you must have A, B, C done and hope to do it in 3 weeks. You plan you only have 3 weeks and see what you can do in that time before coming back to revise. Agile is an important strategy as it allows teams to be more collaborative, work faster, and be more responsive to emerging problems and opportunities. At the end of a project, teams typically review what we could do better next time. But with Agile development having less detailed plans, teams can be more adaptive and learn throughout the project, instead of only doing it at the end. Now teams don't have to learn what they can do better next time. They know what they can do better this time. This can especially help companies in competitive industries to be constantly innovative, giving them a competitive edge. Agile development started as a tool for software companies, where it improved quality and speed to market and boosted motivation and productivity of teams. Agile development isn't just for software nerds anymore, though. Other industries have realized the benefits of Agile strategies, and they are fast-growing through a broad range of industries. Putting people in self-managed teams is greatly increasing employee engagement, accelerating profitable growth, and creating a multitude of new skilled managers. You don't have to take my word for it, though. Let's talk to some real-life people using Agile development in their work environments.
How has Agile methodology added value to your organization?
I think probably the biggest thing that, the biggest benefit that's come out of looking at professional learning communities and collaboration through the improvement sprints or Agile schools methodology is the idea of the prototyping. And so what it's done is it's allowed teachers the freedom and autonomy to be able to really look at what is needed from the perspective of their students, and starting from them and looking at, now as a team, what can we come up with to try to address some of those complexities, some of those challenges that kids are facing within the classroom.
What are some of the limitations that your organization has faced with regards to Agile?
I think at first there was a little bit of trepidation as far as, this is another approach to how we address teams or collaboration. We call them professional learning communities in education. And I think at first there was some uncertainty as to this model, but I think what they've come to realize is that because of the iterative process that's involved in those short cycles, taking something a small step forward and reviewing it, seeing if it's working or not, I think that's probably been a bit of a challenge, but then now over time has become something that's part of the culture of the school, part of the culture of the professional collaboration.
And how has Agile methodology changed your workplace culture and your day-to-day interactions?
Well, interesting enough, now when I'm speaking with teachers on, what is an area that they're being challenged with, what is something that is working well within their program, and we sort of start to brainstorm ideas of what might those next steps be. Now the teachers are starting to kind of say, oh, perhaps we could do a sprint and we could give it a try, instead of thinking we have to have those answers at the very beginning. We certainly have an end in mind, but it's a journey, and so the sprints and the Agile Schools methodology helps us to take that next progressive step in growth.
What if human resources could recruit 60% more of its highest priority targets? What if twice as many workers were engaged in their jobs? Agile has brought these levels of improvement to IT. The opportunity in other parts of the company is substantial. However, Agile development within teams has some downfalls. Since it's a relatively new concept, there is little knowledge of how to become more agile. Also, this methodology would not be effective for every single environment or organization. Because of the quick and productive iterations, it would require increased focus from employees and may result in conflict between team members. Despite these limitations, there are obvious advantages to Agile development. We saw Agile development apparent in education and consulting, and it is now sprinting to other industries.